Struggling with simple tasks like holding a mug after a stroke is common. We understand the challenge.
But regaining your grip strength is possible. Your nervous system is capable of remarkable recovery.
Today, we will guide you through 5 targeted, slow-motion exercises to rebuild the essential power in your hand.
These movements promote neuroplasticity, helping your brain reconnect with the muscles that control your grasp. Prepare your space, take a deep breath, and let's begin the journey toward a stronger, more functional hand. This content is for informational purposes only. Always consult your physical therapist or doctor for personalized treatment.
Never perform these movements if they contradict advice from your personal physician or rehabilitation specialist. Assume all individual risk by performing these movements. The channel is purely for educational guidance. Now that we have addressed the critical safety points, let's move on to the practical exercises.
The following section will use a detailed 3D format for maximum clarity and ease of imitation.
We begin with exercise 1, the finger extension, a fundamental movement for regaining active control.
Slowly, attempt to lift all 4 fingers off the surface as high as you comfortably can, without lifting the wrist. Slow down and focus on form.
Hold this lifted position for a slow count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Feel the work in your forearm. Rest for 1 moment. Do not rush. We are working on quality of movement, not speed.
Repetition number 2. Initiate the lift smoothly, keeping the motion controlled and intentional. Lift for 3 seconds.
At the top, engage your muscles consciously. If you cannot reach full range, stop before pain. Ensure your wrist remains stationary throughout. If it lifts, reduce the height of your finger lift. The peak. Even a small lift is a significant victory. Celebrate the effort and the connection. Our second exercise is the thumb abduction, essential for the pinch grip and overall hand stability. Place a light resistance band around your thumb and the base of your index finger, palm facing up. Slowly move your thumb outward, away from your fingers, resisting the tension of the band. Take 3 seconds to open. Pause for a count of 3 at your greatest separation. Feel the deep muscle working at the base of your thumb. Allow your thumb to rest briefly. If the resistance is too much, switch to a lighter band or use no band.
Second repetition. Initiate the outward movement gently. Remember, we are retraining the connection between your brain and muscle.
The position. If you feel any strain in the joint, back off slightly. The focus is on muscle activation. Take a moment to reset. Remember to breathe deeply and consistently throughout all the exercises. Hold it right here. This strengthens the vital muscles needed for functional pinch and grasp activities. Stop if you feel sharp pain. Moving on to exercise 3, the towel ring. This builds the global strength needed for grip and rotation. Hold a dry hand towel firmly in both hands. Keep your forearms supported, if possible, for stability. Slowly and intentionally, wring the towel as if squeezing out water. One hand rotates up, the other hand rotates down. Pause for 1 second. Now, we will immediately reverse the direction of the ring for the next repetition. Repetition 2. Wring the towel in the opposite direction. Notice how this rotation engages different muscles in the forearm. Slowly unwind the towel for 3 seconds. Concentrate on the feel of the towel slipping slightly as you release tension. Rest for 1 moment. The combination of grip and rotation is complex, so take your time and listen to your body. Final repetition of the towel ring. Twist firmly, but avoid any movement that feels like a sharp strain or spasm. Control the 3-second unwinding. This completes our second exercise, the towel ring.
Next is exercise 4, wrist extension with weight. This is key for stabilizing the hand for a solid grip. Slowly curl your wrist and hand upward, lifting the weight toward the ceiling. The movement should be slow, taking 3 seconds.
Control the weight's descent back to the starting point. This 3-second lowering phase is crucial for building strength.
Second repetition. Initiate the lift with control, avoiding any sudden, jerky movements. Focus on isolating.
Hold it. A stable wrist is necessary to generate power through the hand and fingers for a secure grip.
Slowly lower the hand back down for 3 seconds, controlling the pull of the weight. Maintain that steady, smooth tempo.
Relax your hand for 1 second. The movement should originate only from the wrist, not from the elbow or shoulder.
Final set for the wrist extension. If you feel confident, try to lift just a tiny bit higher this time, focusing on form.
Hold it strong.
This exercise directly supports your ability to hold objects without the wrist collapsing or flexing.
Control the 3-second return. Gently relax your hand and take a deep, slow breath. Exercise 4 complete. Hold a small, soft foam ball or a rolled sock in the palm of your hand, with your forearm resting comfortably. Slowly and intentionally, squeeze the ball as tightly as is comfortable for you. The squeeze should take 3 seconds. Hold the squeeze firmly for a count of 3. Focus on feeling the contraction in your palm and the underside of your forearm. Repetition.
Imagine you are gently squeezing water from a sponge. Maintain a steady, controlled force.
Hold the squeeze. If you feel any pain in the joints, reduce the force immediately. Always work within your comfort.
Control the release back out for 3 seconds. The eccentric phase is key for both strength and muscle lengthening.
Take 1 moment of rest. Be mindful of any lingering tightness or fatigue in your hand or forearm muscles.
Hold the peak of the contraction. This maximal effort, when done safely, sends the strongest signals for neural recovery. Control the final, slow release. Congratulations, you have completed the 5 fundamental power building exercises for today. Let's now perform a gentle cool-down stretch to release any built-up tension in the muscles and tendons.
Extend your arm in front of you, palm facing down. Use your unaffected hand to gently bend the affected hand down. Continue to hold the stretch. Breathe into the feeling of tension and allow the muscles to slowly release.
Remember that stretching after strengthening is vital for muscle recovery and preventing unnecessary tightness or spasms.
Now, turn your palm to face up. Use your good hand to gently bend the affected hand down, stretching the top of the wrist. You will feel this gentle stretch along the top of your forearm. Hold this position without pain for 10 slow counts. This gentle stretch helps counter the work done by the wrist extensors in the previous strengthening exercise.
Gently release the stretch and allow your hand to return to a neutral, relaxed position. Feel the lightness and release.
Let's begin exercise 6, the finger walk. This targets individual finger control, essential for fine motor skills. Slowly walk your index finger forward a short distance, keeping the movement isolated to the finger itself. Next, follow with your middle finger. Try to make the movement as precise and smooth as the index finger's step. Finally, move your pinky finger forward to join the rest of your hand. Pause for 1 moment at the end position. Now, reverse the movement, walking each finger slowly backward, starting with your pinky, then your ring finger. Continue walking backward with the middle finger, and finally the index finger. This concludes our first full repetition. For 1 moment. Focus on controlling each finger independently. This task challenges intrinsic hand muscle control with your middle finger. Try to maintain the same distance between your index and middle fingers as they move. Advance the ring finger slowly. If other fingers move involuntarily, acknowledge it, then gently refocus on. Reverse the movement, walking backward now, starting with the pinky. Focus on the controlled gliding action. Relax your hand momentarily. Get ready for the 3rd and final repetition of the finger walk exercise. Repetition 3, forward walk. Initiate the movement with your index finger, concentrating on the precision of the step. Now, move the middle finger. Ensure your hand remains flat on the surface as the fingers advance. Slowly, the ring finger advances. If you feel any strain, stop and adjust your position to avoid overexertion. Complete the forward walk with the pinky. Pause briefly before beginning the controlled return walk.
Moving on to exercise 7, wrist flexion with weight. This strengthens the opposing grip muscles.
Slowly curl your wrist and hand upward, lifting the weight toward your forearm.
The entire lift should take 3 seconds. Hold the peak of the curl for a count of 3. You should feel the deep muscles contracting on the underside of your forearm.
Rest for 1 moment at the bottom. The weight should provide a gentle stretch without causing any discomfort.
Second repetition. Initiate the lift smoothly, keeping the motion controlled and intentional. Lift for 3 seconds. Hold it strong. This strengthening action stabilizes the wrist, allowing the fingers to curl and hold more effectively.
Rest for 1 moment. If you notice your fingers curling during the lift, try to keep them relaxed and let the wrist do the work. Final repetition for the wrist flexion. Use your core focus to drive the movement purely from the muscles of the forearm. Hold it. By strengthening this group, you counteract spasticity and restore balance across the wrist joint.
Control the 3-second return. Gently relax your hand and release the weight. Exercise 7 complete.
Have a small pile of marbles or coins ready. Rest your forearm and hand comfortably on a flat surface. Slowly move your thumb and index finger toward one marble, preparing to pinch it. The approach should take 3 seconds. Gently pinch the marble, engaging the tips of your thumb and index finger. Hold the pinch for 3 seconds before lifting. Slowly lift and move the marble to a designated spot 1 inch away. Maintain the pinch throughout the short journey. Gently engage the tips to pinch. Do not squeeze excessively, just enough to securely hold the object for a count of 3. Move the marble slowly to the new spot. Focus on the smooth travel path, avoiding any shaking or rapid movements. Gently release and rest your hand. This is building the refined control necessary for handling small items. Pinch the marble, feeling the pressure concentrated at the 2 fingertips. Hold the pinch for 3 seconds, maintaining stability. Move the marble slowly and place it precisely in the designated spot, demonstrating full control of the pincer grip. Gently release. Exercise 8 is complete. This builds the precision needed for buttoning or picking up pills. We begin exercise 9, wrist radial deviation. This strengthens the wrist side muscles for fine object manipulation. Rest your forearm on its side, thumb facing up, wrist over the edge, holding a light weight securely, palm inward.
Slow down and focus on form.
Control the weight's descent slowly back to the start. The movement should be smooth, with no dropping or rapid shifts. Rest for 1 moment at the bottom. Ensure that your forearm remains firmly on the surface and does not roll. Hold it. By strengthening the radial side of your wrist, you improve stability during crucial grasping movements. Slowly lower the hand back down, resisting the pull of the weight. This controlled lowering strengthens the muscle fibers effectively.
Relax your hand for 1 moment. Be mindful of the difference between muscle fatigue and sharp, restrictive pain. Final repetition of the radial deviation. Push gently for a full 3-second lift to your maximum comfortable range.
Hold it. This lateral stability is what stops objects from rotating out of your grip unexpectedly during daily tasks.
Control the 3-second return. Gently relax your hand and release the weight. Exercise 9 complete.
Slowly and intentionally tap the tip of your thumb to the tip of your index finger. Hold the tap for 1 second. Slowly return your thumb back to your starting position, separating it from your index finger completely. Next, bring your thumb across and tap the tip of your middle finger. Accuracy is more important than speed here. Now, move to your ring finger. Tap gently, concentrating on achieving clean contact at the very tip of the finger. Slowly return your thumb to rest. Be patient with the ring finger. It is often the hardest finger to move independently. Finally, tap the tip of your pinky finger. This completes the first full forward and back sequence. Tap ring, return. Tap pinky, return. The entire sequence is one continuous, slow movement. That is repetition 2. Relax your hand for 1 moment. We will perform the final sequence of taps to solidify the neural connection. Ring, return. Final tap to the pinky finger, return. Exercise 10 is complete. Let's perform a final cool down. Gently massage the worked muscles in your forearm to promote blood flow. Use your unaffected hand to gently knead and massage the palm side muscles of your affected forearm, moving slowly towards your elbow.
Continue the massage for 10 slow seconds. If you find a tight spot, apply gentle, sustained pressure for a moment. Remember that this light massage encourages blood flow and helps reduce any stiffness that may have developed during the exercises.
Now, move your gentle massage to the extensor side of your forearm, the muscles responsible for lifting your hand and fingers.
Continue this massage motion slowly for 10 seconds, gently working any areas that feel particularly stiff.
Gently release the massage and rest your hand. Take one deep breath in and slowly exhale all the way out. We begin exercise 11, wrist ulnar deviation. This balances the lateral movement of the wrist for greater functional control.
Rest your forearm on its side, pinky side up, with your wrist over the edge, holding a light weight, palm inward.
Slowly lift your hand upward, pulling the pinky side toward the ceiling. The movement should be slow and controlled for 3 seconds. Control the weight's descent slowly back to the start. The movement should be smooth, focusing on the eccentric phase. Rest for 1 moment at the bottom. Make sure your wrist is the only part of the arm that is moving during this exercise.
Second repetition. Initiate the upward lift smoothly. Remember, do not continue the exercise if you feel sharp pain or joint strain.
Slowly lower the hand back down, maintaining control against the weight. Focus on the slow, controlled eccentric phase.
Rest for 1 moment. Be patient with your progress. Consistency is the true measure of success in recovery.
Final repetition of the ulnar deviation. Use your core focus to lift the pinky side of your wrist smoothly.
Control the 3-second return. Gently relax your hand and release the weight. Exercise 11 complete.
We move to exercise 12, thumb rotation. This improves the essential rotational movement needed for twisting actions. Slowly rotate your thumb inward, aiming the tip across your palm toward the base of your pinky finger, taking 3 seconds. Slowly rotate your thumb back outward to the starting, extended position. Maintain control over the 3-second return path. Rest for 1 moment. We will now perform the movement in the opposite rotational direction for balance. Repetition 2. Initiate the rotation outward, aiming the thumb tip toward your wrist crease, taking 3 seconds. Slowly control your thumb back to the neutral, extended starting position, completing the full range of motion. Rest for 1 moment. Get ready for the third and final sequence of the thumb rotation exercise, the inward rotation. This movement is the foundation for opposing the thumb to the fingers for intricate grasping. Stop if you feel sharp pain. Slowly control your thumb back outward to the starting position. This completes the rotation sequence.
We move to exercise 13, finger separation, crucial for releasing and spreading the fingers after a prolonged grasp.
Place a light rubber band around all 4 fingers just above the first knuckle. Rest your hand palm down. Slow down and focus on form.
Slowly spread your fingers outward against the tension of the band. The spreading movement should be controlled, taking 3 seconds
for 1 moment. We are working on regaining the motor command needed to voluntarily open and close the hand.
Hold the widest comfortable separation for 3 seconds. Concentrate on the sensation of muscle tension in the back of your hand.
Slowly control your fingers back together. This movement directly counteracts the involuntary curling often experienced after stroke.
Rest for 1 moment.
Get ready for the third and final set of this vital finger separation exercise.
Hold the peak. Visualize the nerve signals traveling clearly from your brain to the muscles in the back of your hand.
Slowly return your fingers back together for 3 seconds. Gently relax the hand. Exercise 13 is now complete. Clasp the fingers of your affected hand with your good hand. Gently pull the fingers back, palm facing away from you. Hold this static stretch for 10 slow breaths. Feel the stretch running from your fingers through the palm and into the forearm. Slowly and gently release the stretch. Shake out your affected hand very lightly to prepare for the final summary. You have now completed a comprehensive set of exercises designed to build strength and fine motor control in your hand and wrist.
Remember the core principle. Slow, controlled movement is the key to stimulating neuroplasticity and regaining function.
With continued practice, tasks like gripping a mug will become easier and feel more natural once again.
Consistency and safety are your priority. Keep focusing on slow, purposeful movement, and your body will respond.
Thank you for joining us today.
We look forward to seeing your continued progress in our next guide.